Okay, continuing now, just before I leave the Dallas Brookes Hall, with another sweep through the library. I had been here at the gems and medallions, and I'll just zoom in on some of these interesting artifacts here. Masonic plates, look at that. Very interesting. Indeed. Interesting characters in the iconography of some of this stuff here. I'd love to know the story behind each one. Dr. Franklin's Maxims. I wonder if it relates in any way to Ben Franklin. Probably not.
Good afternoon.
Very interesting pillar action here.
Oh, not too bad.
Very nice. I'd love to have one of these. Some more elaborate,
No, it hasn't been bad at all.
elaborate Masonic
Couple of books have been
artifacts.
but I can't find the cards to put them in.
And
Yes. Okay.
look at that. Nice.
Looks after that. Okay.
Very nice. It's a baton used by the Director of Ceremonies. Cutting back now.
One person to do. Oh, fair enough. Well, I'll just leave it there.
Some more of the
Yeah.
interesting
So how's your headache? Is it bad?
icons around here. This looks like a female Mason. The Lady Freemason. Look at that. See if I can get a better shot of that. No, the lighting isn't going to cooperate. Very interesting. Nice medieval mug of some kind. Very interesting artifacts on sale. Not on sale, on display here.
I mean, I have to learn to stand on my own feet.
It's very interesting. Here we have the keystone, of course, from the iconography, keystone of Cancer, guarding the secret treasure room. Another antique Masonic character here.
Look, your health is more important, simple as that.
Some nice, very nice charters. Look at these pillars with the globes. That's Boaz, of course. Lesser pillar with the terrestrial globe. And this is Jachin with the celestial globe. Nice ancient chair. Look at that, former doorknob to an ancient temple here. Secret history of Freemasonry, eh? Origins and connections to the Knights Templar. Interesting books, the Knight Lomas stuff, of course, turning the Hiram key, etc. More smoke and mirrors than it is substance, but still, it was a good book for me. Nice icons here. I like that clock.
Yeah, sandwiches. Yes.
I don't know what that is, but it sure is interesting, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Nice plate.
Yes,
Actually, it's a Masonic ashtray.
Normal trains on both lines, so it could be all sorts of things.
Nice artifacts here. That is nice. Look at that clock.
Fantastic. Anyway, we'll see how it is.
And there's lots of interesting stuff up here.
The line, the fast train thing. So they're going to have
Look at that.
train to Spencer Street.
Old Masonic books. Wow, Masonic playing cards from the ancient past. Look at that.
And the bus stops are almost at Lonsdale Street, but 2 blocks.
That is nice.
So anyway, we'll see how it goes.
Book of Common Prayer.
Okay.
Nice. Interesting stuff here.
We'll see how it goes. Well, you put
Grand Lodge of China. Look at that.
We'll see you next week.
Freemasonry, one of the only places in China where you can worship a supreme being of any kind without being hassled by the communists. Another awesome plate. Wow. See if I can get a shot of that. Nice Mercury. That is beautiful. Past Master's Jewel. Ah, the Holy Quran. This sacred volume must not be defaced in any manner whatsoever. Respect for all religions is at the key of the Masonic Creed, of course. Now, here we have some books that look to be so old they'd probably collapse into dust if you picked them up. Very good.
So I spent Tuesdays here.
Oh, really?
Oh, look at that. Masonic chart. Could anything be more wonderful? Freemasonry exposed. Crafted and well arched. See all these books here. I mean, this library is small, granted, but some incredible stuff in here. Let's see if I can get a nice shot of this old apron. Look at that nice black and white action there. Very good. A lot of very old aprons and things here.
It's a 4-week thing. Goes on for 4 weeks.
More jewels on display.
They're 1-2.
That's very good.
Are you in golf? You play golf?
And see here,
Try to hide the fit.
more gems.
Smarty. I'm just telling everyone. That's
More interesting stuff here. The trowel.
a fly anyway.
Wow, Masonic pocket watches. Now that is impressive. That is so impressive. The Masonic pocket watch. I love it. Oh, you see a GJB for geometry. Jacob and Boaz, I would assume. Look at this one here. That is so elaborate. I am envious to the extreme. One day I would love to have my own little Masonic library museum. I'm sure I will when all the pieces of my life come together. More interesting Masonic plates. Gems. Very good. Again, we see Hiram the widow's son sent to King Solomon. And this is very nice. Looks like a Torah. Ancient sacred book for Jews. And this is very good here. Excuse me. This pillar, look at that skull and crossbones. Very elaborate. More regalia, very interesting, of course. Interesting plate. That image dates back to 1717 and the founding of the first Grand Lodge in England. All interesting things there. Again, all these books, I could spend the rest of my life in these books. The Apocalypse of Freemasonry. I guess I'm going to have to take that book out if I can and read it with all haste. Okay, but for now, quickly now, going in on these. Nice aprons. Gonna be wrapping it up here. More fascinating materials. And literally you could spend almost the rest of your life in a place like this, going through all the different goodies on display. Especially if symbolism is your thing, as it is with me. Now that is nice. Quasi-homuncular house, it looks like. This alchemy is ever present in the background. Very ancient, very good. Okay. Backing away now. It's our last display case. Again, very elaborate and interesting iconography here. It's a kind of incense burner, for example, used in the 18th degree. As we see here, very elaborate master's gavels. I guess this is the master, senior, and junior warden's gavels for some lodge. Ah, Grand Lodge of Massachusetts. Well, there you go. The American influence inescapable no matter where you go in the world. There you find it. This is another very elaborate Hiram the Widow's Son sent to King Solomon type gem. And that iconography is just so beautiful. More gavels. Rough stone and finished stone, or ashlar specifically as they're called. Okay. More interesting figures there. Angels guarding what looks to be some kind of regalia shield. Look at that. That's a beautiful Masonic chart right there. Lots of wonderful symbols to see in there, aren't there? TLPF. Cardinal virtues, perhaps? Two of the four cardinal virtues are temperance and fortitude, as I constantly repeated during my inner guard time. Very good there. Yes, the elaborate nature of these icons is so good. Now that is very interesting. If anything was ever a symbol of the homuncular house, that's it. Okay, coming out now to another iconostasis that we see here. The lighting reflection is going to make it tough to get inside that. Actually, this particular iconostasis is in the Franklin Lodge in Westerly, Rhode Island, from whence my mother lodge hails. It's actually in the anteroom, convenient room adjoining the lodge, where you're prepared. Masonry Victoria here. And we'll end, fittingly enough, on a very interesting take on William Blake's Ancient of Days, which is possibly the Masonic picture of all time, even though Blake himself was not a Mason. And there we go. The eye of Providence is always watching us.